Hi, this is Robin, and here's my presentation on the creative process. The creative process has 5 steps. It's to empathize, which is understand the problem, know your client, visualize what's wanted and needed. Define, analyze, interpret, and plan. You create an outline of information from the first step, empathize. Define your client's needs and end goals. And this is where your client brief is created. Ideate is where you imagine, research, and ponder. You create a vision for the problem, be creative with research, and do thumbnail sketches. The next step is to prototype, which is apply the creativity to create. This is the process where you use the actual designing software and you transform the vision into reality. And the last step is to test, which is where you review and revise. You review for mistakes with your teammates and clients, and then you utilize the feedback to make changes. So first, we're going to start off with empathize. And the definition of empathize is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Empathizing is the first step in the design process. This is where you will listen to the needs of a client and find out and understand the problem you will be needing to solve. You support your client in their needs and articulate what they want. Then you reassure them that you're there to help them solve the problem. After empathize, we start the stage of define. The definition is to explain the meaning of, or to show or describe. And this is the stage where you analyze, interpret, and plan what you've collected in the empathize phase. So your who, what, why, when, where, how, what you're going to give them, everything else. Next we have ideate. And by definition, the term means to form an idea or conception. In this stage of the process, you will imagine, research, and think about the details of your design. By using mind mapping, brainstorming, and sketches, you may come up with thumbnails and ideas on how you will move forward in the process. The next idea is, the next step in the process is a prototype. And a prototype is a first, typical, or preliminary model of something. In this stage, you will be putting your ideas into the software and applying the creativity you came up with when you were in the ideate stage. This is where you take the idea to reality. At the end of this stage, you and your team will have a design that is ready to be presented to the client. From the prototype stage, we move into the testing phase. And a test is a way to take measures to check the quality, performance, or reliability of something, especially before putting it into widespread use or practice. In the testing stage, you will give your client your design for them to review. In this phase, they will tell you what they like, what they don't like, and from there you will revise what is needed. The testing phase is a sort of cycle itself. After giving the design to the client, they review, give feedback. Then you either go back to the ideate or the prototype phase, depending on the feedback. This can be done several times before having a completely finished project. Thank you for taking the time to watch my presentation of the design process.